Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube universe, what is going on with you on this Wednesday afternoon? It is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024, roughly 3:30 p.m. New York time. I am, of course, your always gracious host, Fallon from GoNootropics.com. Coming at you with the coffee. Cheers. Good to see all of you rolling through here on what is just a little update video. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for purchasing the books. You guys have been keeping the enterprise afloat. So for that, I always got to thank you guys for going out, buying the books, supporting the channel, and doing all that good stuff. I believe the last time we left off with the Wall Street rat hole job, this was the job. I got all suited and booted, made my way down to Wall Street only to be interviewed by some stoner on the 24th floor of one of these Wall Street high-rise buildings in one of these little rat boxes. He had the picnic table open. He had the rolling papers and the grinder there. He interviewed me. I thought everything went pretty good, all things considered, only to get ghosted by this Wall Street rat box manager. Never heard back from him, the guy walks me to the elevator. He's like, he seemed pretty enthusiastic about the interview. He walks me all the way down, rides with me down into the elevator. Things are going good. He seems optimistic. I seem optimistic. Only to be ghosted, never to hear from this guy again. Dennis was his name. I won't give his last name, but it's just Dennis. Dennis, what is going on? At least give me a call. Let me know you chose somebody else. Let me know you're deciding not to hire somebody. Let me know what is going on. People just want to know. They just want to know what is going on, so they're not waiting around, getting all excited for nothing. It's just wasting people's time. When you don't call them back, it's wasting people's time. When you get somebody excited about an opportunity and you don't call them back, you are wasting people's time, Dennis. So anyway, Dennis ghosted me. So I started applying for other jobs. Of course, it's never the first one that works out. It's like the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth one. It's just a numbers game. It's just, you just keep just shilling those interviews. Just keep shilling them out. And I got a call back from another tech company, more on the hardware side of things. And, after getting ghosted by these people, I had a number of people say they weren't interested or they found a better candidate. Here I am getting suited up. So I'm starting to realize that no matter how good I dressed up, how suited and booted I was, it didn't seem to play a factor at all. So for this last interview, I believe I went in much more relaxed. I didn't shave. I was looking like I am now. I'm like, I'm not going to shave for these guys who are just going to ghost me. So I got the 5 o'clock shadow. I'm wearing no pants. I did wear the button-up shirt with the tie, but it was one of these Google Meets type things. And it was really a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. The guy hops onto the video. He's just as, unshaven as me. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow. He's got the t-shirt on. We seem to connect. I'm telling him my story. He's like, why did you come out to New York? You were living in California. What's going on with that? Told him the story about me and Christine. He's nodding his head. I tell him about my tech background, this and that. We connect. And he says, okay, sounds good. And he sends me, you need this for the background check. You need, once your background check goes through, we'll put you through. So I'm thinking, this sounds more promising than anything I've done before. Any interview I've done before, this sounds more promising. And most of my, the charges that I got happened years ago when I was 21. And in fact, before I rented my last apartment, I ran a background check on myself only to find out that after 7 years, this stuff doesn't even show up. If you've been convicted of anything, this stuff does not show up. It's illegal for it to show up in a background check after 7 years. So that was cool. The background check passed. I start next Tuesday, right? So one door closes, another door opens. This is going to be a tech job. It's not the best paying job. It's really not, but it's got full medical. It's 40 hours a week. It will allow me to stack a little bit of cash, here in New York City, which every penny counts in the city. Every penny counts everywhere, but especially in a place like this. You need to have like two things going. It seems like a lot of people, they don't just have one job. They have one job here. They do something on the side, and this is seemingly how people are getting by. So yeah, one door closes, another door opens, and you just keep powering through. You just keep smashing through until somebody comes knocking on the door. Success is really, and I don't really call this success, but it really is like part luck, part skill, part bullshitting, part who you know, right? Success, part who you know. How much you can bullshit, how much skill you have, how much the person likes you, right? Seems to be very important. How much the person says, oh, this is a cool guy. So here we are cruising. July 3rd, tomorrow, Independence Day, celebrating Freedom Day. Hope you guys are going to be barbecuing or something. We're going to be doing a little barbecue here with Christine's parents. So, yeah, the pieces are somewhat falling together here for the enterprise in New York City. Some of you guys asked why I moved to New York City from California. Because on paper, it's like, why would you move from one Democratic hellhole to another? You're moving from California to New York City. Not much is changing, right? Similar policies, similar problems. Homeless, this and that. And, homeless being a huge issue here as well as California, maybe even worse in California because the weather's nice. The homeless tend to prefer California over New York City, but it's still like, as a society, we should be able to solve this problem. It seems like we're not really progressing if we haven't solved that problem. It's like this chronic infection, this chronic problem that nobody wants to put money into. They tax us left and right, and we can't solve some of these problems. It's like, that's like the big thing why I think people are giving up, because they see how little they make. They see how much we're taxed. We see how few of these problems are being solved with the money that we have to pay to the government. Shouldn't something be done about some of this? And you do get demotivated, and it's like, you don't want to put work into this system. We don't believe in the tradition of America anymore. We don't believe in the country. We don't want to work for the country. We see it's kind of this futile effort to put work into the country. And people are just giving up or scraping by. And it's really sad. But I moved here because of Christine's. Her family is over here. Would I have chosen to move to New York had there not been Christine's family here, or some type of family? Of course not. I don't know why people would want to move to a place like New York City when you need to make high six figures just to survive here. It's kind of like New York City is a place, if you want to like maximize your hedonism, there's everything here. There's all the foods, all the delectables in any kind of nightclub you want, all the women, all the men. you know, if you bend left or if you bend right, there's something for you in the city. So there's something to be said for the hedonistic aspect of New York City. That's why people want to move here. But if you're in your 30s and you have like a moral compass, this is the last place you would feasibly move to. So no, I'm not here because I'm drawn to the city lifestyle. I'm not here because I'm drawn to the policies of New York City. I'm here for Christine and her family. Her family's over here. I was in California 3 hours away from my family. As it was, I was hardly seeing my own family. I'm going to see them just as much over here as I did living in California, because I live 3 hours away from them. So I'll see them. We'll fly over for the holidays. We're here not because of the city lifestyle or because New York City's like the best place to live, because it's certainly not. It's a cool city. New York is, you know, you look at the buildings, you look at how everything's set up, you look at the steel, and I always look at the city and I think, you know, there's a lot of hard-working people here. There's a lot of conservative, hard-working people here with a moral compass, but there's also everything in between. This is like an everything city. Anything you want is here, if you're willing to pay the price. And that price is very steep. You know, you need a good job. You need a good job just to rent a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment here. It's a very expensive place to live. But on the flip side, there is absolutely everything here. And there is a certain type of energy you get going into the city. You see all the people, you see the huge buildings. And it does have a certain magical quality. New York City has a magical quality to it. A lot more nature than I thought it would have. Considering you think of New York City, you think of the buildings, you think of skyscrapers, you think of the concrete jungle. But there's little parks, like huge parks everywhere, and not just Central Park. There's a lot of, nature trails and things like that. So everything's here. It's just, do you want to pay the price? You know, if I had things my way, I'd be living off grid somewhere in the mountains. That's what calls me. But also there is something about New York City that kind of draws you in and keeps you here, keeps you energized, despite all the problems. So yeah, we are one foot in front of the other, ladies and gentlemen, here in New York City. First job, we're going to see how much we can move up. I don't know how many videos I'll be able to pump out. I'll be working 40 hours a week here, you know, so we're going to see. So once again, thank you guys for watching the videos, coming through, purchasing the books, and I will see you guys in the future. Peace.